The market grinds higher as we head into CPI. Is 4,500 SPX on deck? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, I talked about a couple of key levels, one of which being Friday's high, and if they pushed over that, it was more likely we were in that ending diagonal towards 4,500 on the SPX. At the close, they did spike through that high, so the question is, are we on our way to 4,500? I'll get to that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, with the spike over the Friday high, it does make the ending diagonal more probable. However, the bears do still have one little Hail Mary left. So let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1 hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And as we've been talking about for quite a while, off the June lows, we got a pretty clean 3-wave move up. And then you got a move down that came back into wave 1 territory, which makes it more of an ending diagonal type situation if they are going to continue higher. So if that's the case, then this would be the wave 3 high. This would be a wave 4, and you'd have an A wave, a B wave, and then a C wave that targets the 45-41 area up here on the ES, which is the futures, which is about 30 points higher or so than the SPX, which would put us in that 4,500, 4,515 SPX area should they follow through on this move up. Now, with the takeout of this high, that does eliminate some possibilities to the downside, but the bears do still have a little bit of a chance to push it back down. It's best seen on the SPX, so let's jump over there really quickly. So on the SPX chart with the push up today, you do have the potential, because they did not take out this low like they did in the after hours on the ES, you do have the potential for this to be a bigger A, B, C to the upside, where the 1.0 of that ABC right here at 44, 45, 48 is basically the gap close right here. So we could see them move up into this area on SPX, close this gap, okay, for a bigger wave 2, and then start down in wave 1 of 3, wave 2 of 3, and then so on. Now, the overall chance of this, I would say, isn't very high. You can see that there's plenty of resistance all through this zone, right, where this gap close would be. And it isn't uncommon to see them close a gap if they're going to make a bigger move down. So what we could see is this move down from the bearish count. And what we would want to see at that point, okay, from a bearish perspective, is anywhere up in here, we'd like to see the actual gap close. And then a break of this low right here at 44.17 on the SPX would be a strong warning to the bulls that the upside is done and we are starting down. Now, we would also want to see an impulsive move to the downside. So what's important is if they do close this gap and start to move down, you'd want to see a 5-wave move, and a pretty strong one at that, for wave 1 of 3. If we don't see that and they can't push back below this 44.17 area, then pressure does remain up towards that 4,500 SPX area. Over on the NASDAQ, okay, one reason the bears should have hope for a gap close and down is the NASDAQ chart. The NASDAQ is lagging the ES quite a bit. It's very far off of its Friday high and only has retraced about 618 of that Friday high, a little bit above that, closing in on the 764. So they still need to push quite a bit to get over this high and then push up over this B wave. And remember, they did not have a B wave that came up higher, but in any case, this would point us toward the 15,600, 15,700 area as an ABC, because remember, diagonals take on ABC shapes. So you'd be looking at that ABC higher. And again, that would point us toward, as we put the marker in here, approximately anyway, that would point us toward that 15,650 area. So we'd look for about 15,600, 15,700 for the completion of that move up, and then look for the downside. Now, the other good news for the bears is that this wave 5 up is clearly corrective. So if they do come up and make a new high, it is in a corrective structure. Now, the only way to do that is with an ending diagonal or an expanded B wave. And we do have a clearly corrective move up, as I said. So you would expect, even if they push to this new high, you would expect that to be an ending structure and a topping process. And you see this a lot. You see very choppy processes in topping areas. So the bears do have that as well. a push up toward that 15.5, 15 or 15.6, 15.700 area to complete this move, and then we would look for a move down from there. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it'll take you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We do have 2 incredible monthly plans, as well as our Elliott Wave for Beginners course. This course is a la carte, and it is outstanding for people who want to understand Elliott Wave, people who are just starting on Elliott Wave, who want to learn more about it and know how it works and how we find our targets. It does have 25 videos, including my introduction, all of the chart setup and tools, which tell you what kind of tools we use to show when we're seeing turns, what kind of levels and support and resistance we can find, as well as all of the waves, how they're broken down, what their failure points are, what their targets are, everything you want to know about Elliott Wave in a beginner's format. It's a video series. It's excellent. As you can see from the testimonials on the screen, it's already helping traders improve their trading and understand the market for the first time instead of trying to decipher news cycles that don't make any sense. Now, the really cool thing is, if you don't want to pay for the Elliott Wave course a la carte, it does come with both monthly plans. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, as well as a midday video where I go over exactly where we are in the count, and the training material you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are interested in day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures your trades that's so unique. Something you kind of have to see to understand, and that's why both rooms come with a 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. Okay, key takeaways for today. Right now, the bulls are in control. They've pushed up over the Friday high. We would expect them to continue pushing up toward that 4,500 SPX area. However, if we do see a gap close and reversal and a breakdown below this 44.17 area, the bears could have taken back control, and we should see a move down toward the 42.60 SPX area. Over on the NASDAQ's lagging a little bit and taking out its high. It hasn't gotten there yet, as the ES already has, and this does give some hope for the bears. If they can hold under this high and continue to push down, they do have a downside setup in place. However, a move back over this high and then through this B-wave high would be very indicative of a move toward the 15.6 to 15.700 area and an ending diagonal to complete the move up on the NASDAQ. That is your market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.